Hey there, Coaches Console members. It's Melinda here. And today I wanted to share a mantra with you that one of my mentors shared with me, oh my gosh, a number of years ago. And when I really understood this mantra, it helped me to navigate situations where I might be um, finding myself wrong for the spot that I'm in, or in disagreement with the circumstances at hand, or swinging from one emotion to the next and finding myself wrong about all of that. And I wanted to share it with you here because I realized I've been leaning into this mantra a lot over the past 2 weeks. And there's Lorraine. Hey, Lorraine. And I think it might be helpful for you. And anyway, I wanted to share it with you. And I think this is also another topic that you could in turn share with your clients. It's kind of that universal type topic like I've been talking about this week. There's Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Um, but I don't know if you're having this experience with everything going on and how much has happened, but I find myself like in one moment, I'm almost in tears for the heartbreak that I'm feeling for what a lot of my really close friends who live just right down the street and like what they're going through and the negative impact they've already felt in their lives because of what's unfolded over the past couple weeks. And then the very next moment, I have this profound sense of gratitude of just being so grateful for my business model, that I can work from home, that I've been working from home for 16 years, that my team is virtual, that we can keep going with our business and we're not having to scramble or fire people or shut our business down like some of my friends are. Like, so I've been swinging from like this place of heartbreak to profound gratitude or all kinds of emotions. And I was talking with some of my clients earlier today, and they're having the same kind of experience. Like one of the gals, she was saying, one moment I'm going to conquer the world, and then the next moment I just want to go be lazy on the couch and not do anything. And I get it. It's so interesting, and in times like this, this mantra that I want to share with you, it changes so much without having to change anything. And it's the phrase, agreement is total control. Agreement is total control. Now, here's what I mean by that. Actually, I want to talk about the opposite of that first. So, if you're not in agreement with something, with what is, with what you're feeling, what the situation is, what the experience is, you're in disagreement with it, right? I was talking with another client, and in their particular situation, they're having to deal with stuff regarding their parents through all of this. Meanwhile, what they want to be doing is other stuff with their business, and it's kind of this tug of war, right? And so the more they stay in this tug of war, they need to be over here, they should be there, they need to be here, but they should be there, and like this battle, that's disagreement. And when you're in disagreement, everything feels wrong. Like that's what brings up, I should be doing this, or the judgment, you find yourself wrong, the blame game starts happening. It's just funky. You start comparing, well, they're being successful, why can't I be successful? And all the villains just start showing up, right? That's what happens when we're in disagreement. And that takes a ton of energy to be in disagreement with ourselves, because all of our energy is spent thinking about this, but not really doing much, but thinking about this and not doing much, and just going back and forth and back and forth. It's a lot of energy that we leak and waste. But agreement is, some people have described it as acceptance. Now, it's not acceptance like, well, that's just the way it is, so whatever. Like, that's not agreement. That's kind of a passive aggressive agreement. But what I'm talking about is without changing the circumstances around you, without changing your situation, because there's so many times that we can't control the situation, like what we're in right now. There's so much we can't control. And so it's not about changing the situation, but it's about changing our perspective. And so agreement in total control, it would have us say, oh, look, there I am playing tug of war again. Now you're acknowledging what's happening in the moment. It brings you back to the present moment. You're not finding yourself wrong. You're just noticing, oh, look, there I am. I'm in tug of war mode again. You're in agreement with what's going on. Now, it doesn't mean that you stop the tug of war necessarily, but for that moment, you just pause on that battle and you're like, wait a minute, there I go again. Now, I have to be a little cheeky with myself when this happens, or else I take myself way too seriously. And so I say something like, "Oh, look how adorable I am. There I am having that tug of war battle again." Like that's what helps me to acknowledge what's going on. And so agreement is saying, okay, I am swinging the pendulum. I do feel ready to conquer the world. And then I do feel lazy. And right now I'm feeling lazy. So I'm just going to feel lazy. And I'm just going to let that be okay. I'm going to give myself permission to just feel that thing right now. And then it might change in a minute or 5 minutes or 5 hours or tomorrow. I don't know. But right now, that's what I'm feeling. And I'm just going to let myself feel that. Like you can feel the weight drop off your shoulder. You're like, oh, yeah, that is what I'm feeling. So I'm going to go take a nap. I'm going to go watch NCIS, another episode that I've probably already seen 3 times, but I love it. So I'm going to go do it anyway. And you just get in agreement. And then what happens is all of a sudden you recoup all that energy that you've been expelling from being in disagreement. And now you're like, wait a minute. So now it takes you a little less time to recover. And you can use that energy and channel it in effective directions. Like you can, with the client I was talking to earlier, just take a break. You feel lazy? Okay, feel lazy. Go feel lazy for a bit. Because in just a bit, you're going to come back to the other side and you're going to conquer the world, and then you'll feel that. And it helps you to process those things and to feel them fully. And that's what this is all about, is not getting out of a feeling, but feeling it fully. I truly believe that's one of the gifts. If I can say there's a gift in all of this coronavirus stuff that's going on, it is causing us as humans to feel all the range of emotions and to really understand and appreciate the capacity we have to feel so much. It's something that we're not used to feeling. Most of the world is used to saying, I got to be happy. I want to be in joy. I'm supposed to be at this level all the time. And we're in disagreement with so many other things that we're so quick to not feel those things because we're supposed to get back to here. But what I love about this agreement is total control, is that whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing, be in agreement with it. And then watch your energy. Your energy will shift. When your perspective shifts with this mantra, your energy will shift. When your energy shifts, your thoughts shift. And when your thoughts shift, your actions can shift, right? And then that might change the situation, or it might not, but you won't care. It'll kind of lighten the load. And so I want you to use, like, let's say the next 24 hours, I want you to use it as a little bit of research. And I want you to use this phrase, I notice right now I'm feeling, and then fill in the blank, right? I notice right now I'm feeling overwhelmed because there's so much that I want to do and I'm trying to do it all at once. And that's actually how I'm feeling right now. There's about 10 things I want to do, and I keep trying to do all 10 things at the same time because right now in my head, they're all that priority because it's different ways I can help my clients and help my team and all of this stuff and help you all. And I'm like, wow, okay, right now I notice I'm feeling overwhelmed. Okay, there I'm in that state. Look, there I am again, right? Then I can take a deep breath and I just get in agreement with it. And then in that moment, what I notice is something starts to shift. It's like, and then I can ask a question. Well, am I okay with that? And now I'm consciously asking a question. Am I okay with that? Or would I like to change how I feel? And right now it's like, you know what? I don't know what to do about it. So I'm just going to be okay feeling overwhelmed for the next little bit. And then you can kind of sort yourself out from that spot. But I want you to research for the next 24 hours and just be in agreement and say, right now I notice I'm feeling, or notice what you're doing, right? Like if you're bouncing from entrepreneur to spouse to housekeeper to parent to homeschooler, you're like, oh, look at how many balls I can juggle. Look, and just notice and be in agreement with it. Because once you do that, then you can start to brag it as a celebration. Wow, I have the capacity to handle all those things. If you're in disagreement, you can never celebrate it. When you're in agreement, you can turn it into a celebration, and it changes all the momentum that you have. And this mantra is so important because when we shift that perspective and shift our energy, now when we sit down to work and say, how am I going to keep my business going? What can I do to serve my clients? How can I pivot my business so that it's still doing good and I'm still providing services, I'm still making money, I'm giving, like, and then you can think differently and more creativity comes to you because of that. And so I want you to do that research project. I'd love for you to post below, like, what are you noticing? Is there something that you're in disagreement with right now? I'd love for you to comment that. And I just kind of want to check in and kind of use that as an opportunity for you to notice it and then get into agreement with it. And use this as research and see how that shifts. Because when we can give ourselves that permission, it can begin to change a lot in our situation, especially when we don't have control over it, right? And there's another piece to this. With everything that's going on, we have never been here before, not as a community, not as a country, not as a world. We have never been in this situation before. We don't know how to navigate it. We are figuring it out every day, every hour, every minute. So I want you to write this phrase on the top of your computer, post it on every wall in your house, give it to every family member and every friend you know. And the phrase is this: massive compassion. That's what I want you to experience for yourself. Have massive compassion for yourself, that you're doing the best you can with what you have from where you are. And have massive compassion with those around you, because you may not be aware of their situation and what's going on for them in experiencing all of this. But when we can have massive compassion, we can create a connection that we can start to relate to. So agreement is total control, combined with massive compassion, helps you to reclaim that energy and channel it in ways that can be productive for you, for your family, for your clients, and for your community. And that's what I most want for you, that groundedness. So I want to know how this mantra goes for you. And what does that phrase mean to you? Post that below. When you hear that phrase, you hear me talk about agreement is total control. What does that mean to you? Comment below. I'd love to hear it. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. I love you very much. Thank you for all that you're doing, and I will talk with you soon. Bye for now.